Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the series. Let's press call.
Hello.
With me in the background. And you can see him, or you can see me either. So that's how we roll. And I have a notification that I'm live. I know. Here I am, hi. We are gonna actually use some natural light, which is coming from the side. So you will see my half of my face. And all of my circles under my eyes. Because I am been working 12 hours a day. So I can tell you about anything about that. Let's know what I'm doing. I ate half of my face. Why are you awake this early? Oh yeah, because you went to sleep in an extra time right now. But we are just starting, guys. So we are gonna. I have to struggle to 2,000 or 4,000 words. Even lie, but so you are very much lying or not? Yeah, this should be good enough. So we need action oriented. I mean, we can just use the theme song of Phantom Detective. That's for action oriented enough. And let's start! Part 19. Part, not chapter? I confused. Was all of them forgot part? Yes. Okay, part 19. A Deathbed Gamble. Lower Testament. There we go. I waste no further time. Let's start heading. And I soon felt the right pace, like a slug low. I actually have some problem with this name. Because there was a game where we played with Sorolov.
Okay.
I think I could that job though, I could that. Far more easier than I expected. I would. They were expecting you. They wanted you to get it. I mean, if they have a logger who is actually capable of seeing the future and the past, who said that they don't have the same thing? Those hands of his are rather big after all, so I expected a much greater struggle to steal the others from him, but apparently he didn't have the tight cape on it due to completely not expecting my arrival. Likely for the same reason, all Corinthians face is surprise. While I let the camera and proceed to cut away the ropes and bind him to the stab using my machete. In my effort to do so, I am blessed with one more surprise. The rope that tie camera to the stab don't look especially tough. Uh-oh, that's a problem. But they are definitely tough enough to secure him to the stab when he had no tools or leverage. Nevertheless, I proceed to slide through the ropes, like hot knife to murderer. And we arrived at the first picture of the day, immediately. There you go. Commander proceeds to stand up, taking tools to restore circulation. The immediate operation team was also dipped into fine load. We then look over the head face and discover that all the creatures have still not made a move against us. at least 900 left right now, and the temple remains nice silent with no other movement and activity. They still look like they simply cannot accept the new reality they see before them. Or they knew about your arrival thanks to Cameron, and they actually wanted someone who can use the amulet because they are not icons, they are not unicorns, and they are not parasites. Who knows? It might not even work for them. But the fact that you can use it and the corrupting part of it still works on you, even by you just holding it, by taking it from them, maybe they have a solution to control you with it. In fact, the only one who in the whole room who seems completely calm is the king himself. He's just staring down at us, and me in particular. While he does that, he started assessing me very carefully. In return, I got him very testily. I am starting to hold on to my coin, while he is starting to hold his body in more shape. But it's very nice to clear, those regarding me, that I am not succeeding effortlessly. I probably hold around that one. I probably could have hurt him with a drum in this last moment, if one did fall. I appreciate those human mortal, but think about expecting badly, as he got everyone around us slightly, and then continued to circulate each of his rooms, one by one. Next one! Thank you for coming, and you are actually the damsel in distress. Carries me and puts me on the pedestal. Listen, I'm afraid I must ask. I don't know if it's actually purposefully asked.
It is. It's because it's said with an accent.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know. What the next step of the plan is? I mean, the plan makes it obvious that it's purposeful. Kind of. It is not to die. I whisper back. Ah, I said plan that is. Come on, I replied, that's alright. That is, that's not true enough. Finally seems to step back into reality enough to react to the development. His face comes out into angry sneer. He lifts and shakes his arm as he shouts something in anger. Damn you, stupid kids! If it weren't for you, I would have named in this. Although I cannot understand his language. It looks like if he's shouting in the mud. It's never been told. Get them! No, it probably sounds like. I probably shouldn't ruin my words before actually doing the Ace Ventura. Yeah, Ace Attorney after this hearing. Okay, now the plan is run. I carry out the gallop away. Well, luckily, I found Dr. Cameron followed at the same place. The whole room suddenly exploded into action, as there is a cylinder on the way after us. But the guys with the curious exception of decay, he's the only one in the room who wants his count. The only move he really makes is to turn his hand, and his gaze followed me out of the room. I lose fire away from about 2 years at him, over my left shoulder to the signal. He continues to make no other move or sound. He astounded me very sharply. I very much think that this is within his expectations. All according to plan. I move my gaze forward again, and I continue to race out of the room. I mean, for all we know, it might actually all this is just to lure the doctor. I can see that happening.
It could be, but that character never encountered the Doctor before. Instead, he encountered 2 of his companions.
I mean,
and others that followed him back then.
Yeah, he might not encounter the Doctor, but he definitely knows about him.
That's possible. I wrote him to be a very smart villain before.
I mean, if you think about it, if you kill the Doctor, there is no one to control the TARDIS, and you can do anything after that.
Yeah. Take out the Doctor now, and he might not have ever faced the defeat from his companions in the past before.
Yeah, who knows? When we which Doctor this is. And also, I find I can get the kid's expression out of my mind. What expression? He doesn't have an expression. He is all bandaged up.
Yep.
With being that powerful and evil, I think him to laugh maniacally. With what? He doesn't have a mouth. I mean, he has multiple mouths. Or is some villainous monologue. I don't know. There's something to show he has separate organs. That no one accompanies overwhelming power like that. But instead, seems to be cautious, resolved, and deeply analytical. Kind of like the Doctor. No. The Doctor is nothing else. He's telling me, and if convinced he wants, or needs, an even greater advantage over me than he already has. You know what? It's actually more terrifying when the villain is not doing anything.
Remember you said that when you read the next paragraph.
I don't know why, but his calm reaction frightens me even more. Because we know if an evil starts murdering, that is literally just pulling time for the heroes to rescue themselves or from the bomb or anything. But if they are not saying anything, everything is in motion at the same time. And I listen to Harvey connected to the last room, it has to mean that perhaps Gain's powers would have been too effective if he dared to use it. Powerful, but imprecise. So, like an atomic bomb. Maybe he could have projected a cloud of spores or Lucas, but it could have hit everyone, including his own minions. This one actually seems odd, and trying to avoid unnecessary damage against his own resources. Instead, it's watching to see if the action of his minions alone is enough to take us down. And indeed, it's similarly the only two points against, gosh, I don't know how many, probably too many. I think I have to keep in mind that it and the Pegasus, I have to just fly away even at this moment, up to the limits of the roof of this hallway, but not come around. But I am with the camera, and he can do that. I mean, you can try to lift him up, but that's not gonna be easy. Especially because he definitely did not cut back on meat and... I mean, do they eat meat? I don't know if they eat meat, but let's just say he didn't cut back on hay and beer. He had a robust body type. That in turn says my option. I refuse to abandon him unless it becomes permanently or unnecessary. That it is necessary to do so. And even then, I plan to return and correct him. What is he, like a page? And we continue to run up away, I spare a quick moment to reach down at the ankle amulet that I am holding with my left leg. And somehow, I have a strange...
leg?
I might have, but I always meant to. I mean, that is one of my kind of legs.
She can hold it with it, but she's trying to run for them, so she's really trying to use all of her legs for...
Yeah, you know,
the heck away.
It's just unconsciously saying legs because pulling.
If Capital Arm was holding it at this moment, he'd probably do it with his mouth. Because he too would want to use all of his legs for a quick getaway.
Nah, knowing come out, he would put it on.
Yeah, that's another way to carry it. Because that amulet can carry itself. If you wear it properly.
Fortunately, I realized this item is pretty light. It almost feels like it's fake. I estimate that it's probably only a few ounces at most. I don't know ounces, but it probably is still wildlife. It's psychologically feels more heavier than somehow. I don't know why, but my wrist started to feel tired within the 6 seconds I misdiagnosed it. The ruby eye of the blood is very mesmerizing, and I have a feeling of wanting to put it on. For some reason. The purpose and sensation of overwhelming power was in my head, and briefly makes me dizzy. Once again, we cannot blame Trixie for anything she did with the transition of the alchemy. And we know it's Twilight and not a fault for her extremely.
She probably had some pretty hostile intentions before she even bought it, but yeah, ever since she put it on, it might have magnified whatever her original plans were.
All her plans was getting back to Twilight for what she did.
I would say yes. Humiliate and show up Twilight. It's probably her main objective. I mean, all she needed to do was embarrass her and drive her out.
But
yeah,
it's funny
I think
how
that was Trixie's original plan.
It's funny how she is angry at Twilight, but it wasn't Twilight, but everybody else.
You know something? We can't entirely explain how she got that huge bag of money, but she claimed she worked on a rock farm just prior to that, so man, they're wealthy.
I mean, we know there are some precious gems in the rocks most of the time.
Oh yeah, can be.
And they don't tell it need it. In the rock farm, they get rocks, they eat the rocks, they make buildings with it, and they sell the gems that are inside. That's all. That's a lot of money.
I remember when Maud tried to tell Starlight, actually, that with the right gem, she could rule the world.
Yeah?
I wonder if Maud ever said anything like that to Trixie.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe she would. But then, I came back into ready for it, and turned back into my wing. Into
my wing, yeah, we just kind of folded it up in there. It's not merging in, if that's what you're thinking.
I put my gaze back into my wing. So once I knew, my internet, I stayed on my left wing, immediately goes away. That's probably more symptoms, more psychosomatic. The psychological. I am no fool.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even advise like this all the time. There is no way that I'm stupid enough to give in to such presentation by knowing perfectly well that what the truth is. I'm not like Cameron. I don't like this doesn't get power and public control, but not the other way around. No, in the beginning it gives you a power, but then you can take it off and someone takes control of you. And for a tape, no thank you to save an option like this. Do you know where you are going? Commander called out to me with some oomph into his voice. I think that he's on the verge of panicking, but he is trying to sound calm. I corrected. I started to wonder if he's doing that for my sake or alone. Now I imagine him doing the same voice as when he jumped into the bushes from the cat. Do you know where you are going? I come.
Yeah, his voice even might be cracking a bit when he's calling at that volume with in that intensity.
I actually knew. I got back to him by similar volume in my own voice. I remember from his face and I studied it very carefully. I even know where some of the secret passages are. Really? Somebody replied, looking him back. This is somebody here is just for of you, Miss Mason. Someday, you have to tell me how you want to fly with it. Wait, you are telling me that you looked at the place before being letting me escape? You could have let me out before they got me into the I will be happy when we are to look, you fool. Come on, it's time of love. And I don't know what what I thought I would see, but suddenly a giant dog appeared. I don't know why he existed, but I tumbled on the ground. Completely in order to dog, but also made him for one momentum. You know I did that? Another mighty scimitar swing over Swan was a little bit smaller than the one that has been spinning. But this man could also have jumped on my hand if I hadn't noticed it. When I come back into my homes, or onto my homes, I look over my left shoulder and showed my teeth because how tense with pride I feel upon noticing just how close I came to dying by the maid of well-tempered god who was handing me at the time I sent you down this hallway. Comes into mind immediately. What is it called? Oh god. I think I can remember the name.
I think it's a decent choice for music for this chapter.
I mean, I knew that we will have some action. There we go. The Sandman was hiding behind the statue of the same thing. I actually really wish that this game would maybe make it to the Switch or something. I actually really like this game.
Reminds me of Persona 5.
I mean, it is called Rhythm Thief. So, it is kind of about the Phantom Thief, so we can see the resemblance. But anyway, come on, I noticed two movements I didn't see before. One is another cool movement emerging from just about every look and Kelly. Oh my god. I have flashbacks.
Two?
Actually, it's a fair investigation. There we go. It was a well-known catchphrase of him when he was looking at the scenes of the time. I will expect everything. Always especially looking at Kelly.
I mean, that fits, yeah.
I'm actually from just about every look at Kelly in this hallway. Either they were all in there, and somehow got in the memo on to the prisoners, or the ones behind us, someone gained a shortcut they had a lot. Maybe you don't know all the secrets, maybe there are some cameras behind the statues. I saw a list of sort of snakes, and I poured out many very swords in the wall. And every single one of these serpents seemed to want to throw us then. For it is to the pan, then we are the only target. I mean, for all you know, these might actually be little baby girls.
Possibly, yeah.
There's too much teamwork and focus from an animal like this. Most likely they are either charmed by the girl or mistaken someone by them. I mean, that would actually open up a road if they had blamed it. I could have. And we continue to flee, the situation is getting looking worse and worse. More lawyers and snakes are just showing up in many places down the hallway. Ironically, it makes it feel like the wall of the hallway is closing in on us. Because there's fewer safe spots to go to and we sleep. Do I eat omelette? Yes, I do. Not now, but I often do. In fact, it doesn't take me long to realize there may be soon too many threats in this hallway for us to reach the destination I had in mind. Holy fathers, we are going to make it! I carried it on. I told her that would actually come around. In that case, new plan. Keep following me. Isn't that the same plan as we had before? Right behind you, Whiskey told. Mr. Command assured. Otherwise, fried chicken. That's true. I am not a vegetarian. I eat almost anything. Almost. There are some things that I don't like, but... Huh? I don't know. I probably never eaten it, but if it's prepared normally, I wouldn't say no, and I would try it, and then decide later. I mean, don't say you to anything that you haven't eaten yet, because it might be actually delicious. This is definitely difficult. Very difficult. Told me I'm looking several dozen sword strings, but there are strings from the logo that could try to crawl out around, and all kind of snapping bites from every single number of snakes in this hallway. Snakes. Why does it have to be snakes? A little later on, we also go busy dodging by the tiny needles just towards us from the logos below us. I actually see one of those dots bounce off the wall and land on the floor. I get to long enough look at it to realize that not only does the dot appear to be lethal, not appear to be lethal, it doesn't even look like it would be very painful to be struck by them, but it's poison. Do not get struck by those dots! Come on, guys, out it up. They are most likely laced with poison. I mean, it doesn't have to be poison, it can be just laxative.
I guess you could call that a form of poison.
I mean, every medicine is a poison in biology. which is actually what I was thinking. I would have ignored my agreement if I weren't so busy dodging itself. Hissing, and whistling sounds around me from many attacks all around us. My family must have been faced off, at least eventually. I wish I controlled my body in various ways, some of those blows. Some police might actually think of me as one of the negatives because of my body movement. The way I dodge might be painful to me later, but right now, I decided to survive, and my adrenaline is temporarily hiding my pain. I will leap up and jump off the face of a lion that was about to attack me. In midair, I have to give a wing slap. In my height, in this case, it is not holding their blood. At the rate of thought, and use the wind to knock each of those darts off, of course, convincing me, and I fought now. You think they are not using arrows because you wouldn't be able to wing it away. It's Axia! I am doing amazing right now. I can't believe it. I hope myself long enough to write all of it down later on. You sound like a Modash. And the feeling that my partner
hold on. The Rainbow would be bragging at that point, but Agate here was amazed. That means she didn't expect this.
I mean,
Rainbow usually would, though. Like, I knew I'd do great.
I mean, isn't this paying to herself? I'm amazing!
Kind of, but there's an edge of surprise to it.
Yeah.
Like she didn't expect to be amazing.
I mean, it is a difference, but she never thought to become an adventurer.
Right.
I had a feeling that my partner come out almost felt the same way about me. No, he only cares about himself and his height. In here! Oh, let's tell you. In here! I cry out and I leap into one of the rooms and listen to the hallway. For a minute, I spin about, and move the room for the lever beside the door. When the camera shatters through, I press the lever down. I spawn a door for a loops and set it into the ground, not knowing those crashing out from getting in, or us getting out. Good thing that was actually the door handle, not self-activation.
Alright, you could play calmer music for this next scene, but I suggest it still has some tension, like, I don't know, ominous music.
We have that. I just have to find it. Not Lynn. It's annoying when I don't see the whole title.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, it's good.
Now what? This is about as me, but amazing. He looks like he is trying to catch his breath. I mean, that's what amazing means. I have some saying too, but currently not as much. Seriously. I think my head and I reply. I'm not sure yet. It's not a part of the plan. The camera, the eyes is both wide enough to see as Cash is. I see as incredulously. What? What you said you had a plan? You said you had a map of this place. Yeah, and this was not part of it. True, but I can look at to the second passage I had in mind. It was atomic and too dangerous. I replied. I'm sorry. You have my guns in the line. The man. Give me the map. I can't. It's in here. After losing so much, continue to get update the situation we are in. I have no doubt that it's no one toward them, like for long. They know the space better than I do for the most part, but they were unaware of the sound of the capacity of this space. In push up the shop, the Russian could probably ram this door down with brute force. Huh, pretty good map, I should say. There's a command note in the impact tone behind me. Well, instead, you actually scouted all of this yourself? No.
That map really is just in the doctor's head. He just claimed to look at it once and say, okay, that's enough.
Yeah. No. I answered with the shaking of my hand. Looking back at him. I have. If you come out amazing at me, I see it. And from whom? Also, where are the others? Tell Moore and Dr. Smith are working on different phases of the plan. I informed him. Tell was working on the top for them, while Dr. Smith was working on the freeing the rest of our friends. My job was to rescue you, and leave them of the settlers. I see, and I got it in my left wing again. And then I opened my wing, and it's not there. That's not a good omelette, isn't it? Let's come out and ask me some remarks in his voice. You heard of it? I asked him, and I looked at him. I waited and I asked myself, what am I saying? Of course you have. So, but I didn't think it actually existed. The command expressed with awe in his tone. That's not good enough for you to know how dangerous it is, I said back to him, and how much worse it could be if they get a hold of it again. I can know without his expression. I can only hear some effort to bash down his door. From my student joining the ceremony would be especially mad if he wore this. He'd actually he'd an extra one that throat. Also, thinking about it, the amulet had a red crystal.
Mm-hmm.
You know where my mind goes, right?
Actually, no, I don't.
What say you if it actually uses the same technique as the red crystal in the neck of Featherwind? But not positive energy, but negative energy.
That's a possibility, yeah.
I mean, it will make it easier for it to actually use it and enhancing the abilities of all the police that wear it.
Yeah, well, so far the story didn't explain how it was first created. And why.
Yeah? Maybe we know that it is actually not a bad thing, it was it just has so many negative emotions stored inside that no one can withstand it, and it goes corrupt.
Well, it's definitely true now. This cult was trying to use it to infuse more negative energy into it.
Yeah. But that would mean that it could be cleansed. There's a possibility for them. I mean, usually items are not evil by their own. Usually it's how you use them. There are some exceptions. I mean, my hand make it come out. But I hear a rant and crossing a language I don't understand. But it at least sounds familiar. Like I heard it before. It is not too hard for me to guess the general theme of what he said based on The look of horror I see in his eyes. A warm death throat and the icon omelette. You can understand with the horror. If those two things are realizing, and there is no telling what he might do. From the way I hear it, the one that calls himself the K, that one calls himself the K, and he plans to bring back his Dark Master. In this case, something they call the Dark Star, which is supposedly in the source of all dark magic. For some thought, I told the Dark Star was inside him. Holding him together.
Well, it kind of is.
And a much greater entity is in the shadow plane of this one. But in the changes, it won't me. You guys found me the details, Miss Keystone. Just come out expressing with the wave of who. I know you have to know how one thing in my gut. I got you for you. Now, what should we do next? I'm not sure. I replied with a shrug. I say, we wait here and hope for rescue. Maybe wait for an explosion. I'm done with that. Let's come out fast. Me now, London. Not again, Miss Keystone, and it's nice so soon. Now, what are you thinking? I asked him and I looked back at him rationally and hopefully. As all ghosts, this game person cannot get their blood back. It's about self-determination. Even if it costs us our lives, we have to make sure that we get it back. The whole world is flawed in the even extra warm that throats get further empowered by the icon omelette. Alright. This is a common around before the Ainu is actually taking over everything he tries to steal.
Yeah, I think I know what the wheels up your head are spinning for.
This is just a archaeologist at the moment, who actually has a museum. At this point, he still should have it. Which is sad. It will matter where we flee after that, because the need and the game will ever get up to us.
You know, even if you think about this selfishly, that's something to think about. If they fail in this mission, he thinks they're doomed anyway.
It kind of reminds me of Moana. Again, what are our options? I asked him. I couldn't believe there is no secret passage in this room. It came on his hand as he looked at my mouth. That means the only way we can escape. He looks back at the door that continues to be assaulted as we speak. It's through the door that is also the way they can get to us, unless we open up the door for ourselves. Don't think that was hard enough, I had. That's everything I had back then. I came into this room just to buy some valuable time. It came out not suddenly, I said. It was planned at the time, this case told, but I'm afraid the next step may require us to make even than this sacrifice. Suddenly alarmed, I asked him, what do you mean? The agent hopes to me, I said fast. Give me the omelette, Miss Keystone. I will use it to battle those beyond the door, and get back to the rest of our friends. No. Remember what I said when he was loosely tied to the altar? That he might be actually working with them. Just for his safety.
Do you still have the picture of the trap ready?
But I explode. Well, I exploded it already. They can. You can't be serious. You know what a Lamas will do to you. Wouldn't always go to the exchange for the power. I throw up and I shake my head. That's not an option. Even until it really mean the ones controlling the power. And we should stay in this room at night then. If you come out, ask me exactly. I'm going to the roof at the door. Those minions will energy me through the door, and we will have to face them anyway. When they kill us, we are not prepared for them. They will, this they will, right?
Yeah, right.
They take back the amulet, and give it back to the cave. And in this way we can have a fighting chance. I turn my gaze to the door grimly. I hate to admit it, but he does have a point. Although the thoughts get a hold of the amulet at all costs. At all costs, Miss Keystone. I am willing to sacrifice you for that. If you have a combination, to make a poison, which is the greater evil here. Let amulet make her up you. I want him, and I will make it him. But it won't go up you. Instead, I stand up to me next to me, almost close enough to hug me internally. You will still have a good hand on your shoulders and keep me in line. Keep me in check. Remind me that I must stay over the amulet before it costs me too much. That's not how it works. I found and I looked down at the amulet. I especially knowing what happened with Pixie. They had to take her. That's a more powerful thing. I want, nay, I need to protect you, Miss Keystone. If you are urgent. I promise I will protect you. It's that you will kill me. Well, now it's time for me to return the favor. But I will need more power to get to the rules out there. What if they actually promised him the Alcor amulet and his own life in exchange for his team?
Possibly. One thing that's a little weird about your logic is trying to trick her to get the amulet so we can give it back to them. Well, they had it in the first place before, so that doesn't really make sense as a plan. But, you know, Caballero might be doing some of his own schemes here.
We are now about Caballero, so it doesn't have to make sense.
That's a chance that this could be just a convenient excuse to keep it, too.
Come on, it's doing the
He
same
also
thing.
has a point that they're facing a dire threat now. Eventually that wall's going to fall, and overwhelming forces are beyond there that they cannot handle right now. And they're also thinking, above all, Decay must not get this amulet back. If he does, it wouldn't matter where they flee to. He can spread disease throughout the world.
Yeah, but I still think that it was too easy to get it out of the hand. Especially because they definitely knew that there are multiple phonies out there who are definitely coming to save them. I don't think they found the amulet in my ring. They told me to notice the amulet since Grand Whisper agreement with command words in my mind. Obviously. He's gonna use me. Use me. It's time to tell me that this is the only way. Whatever it takes, it wants to be wrong. In exchange, it's bringing a new world to control in order to spread its own dark influence to the world. We do this, or we die here and they get the amulet back anyway. Dr. Kamal remained with the firm press of his brown hoof, my shoulder. At least this may get no fighting chance. What if you try to destroy it? Have we established if it can be destroyed or not?
No, it's not been established. It's just said that you can't force them to take it off.
I mean, I assume if it was destroyable, then Twilight would have destroyed it.
A new caveat was added in this story, though. Another way to take off the amulet, but maybe perhaps not destroy it, is to kill the wielder, the one who's wearing it. That's harder to do when they're augmented like that, but it's still possible.
Do we have so it is almost like this thing right here.
Maybe, I need to see a larger version of that.
You might not know of this.
Oh, is that, Ben 10?
No. It's a game
Abominable?
999. 9 hours, 9% 9 doors. And everyone had a bracelet like this. Who was in there. And the only way to take this off is if they escape the whole place, or the heart rate is 0.
Okay.
So, it's kind of like the omelette. If your heart rate is... Oh. So that they don't really have to kill them. They can just stop their heart for a second. Which is kind of killing, but not fully. Some unicorns have, or icons have time frames, right?
Not established in the story. Something else occurred to me. What if you can knock the wearer unconscious? Could you remove the amulet then?
No, because the heart is still missing.
The heart is, but they may not be having the will to keep it on anymore. If that's the important caveat or not.
I'm assuming they don't have to have the will, but the necklace will have the will of saying one.
You're probably right.
I may face him in that and that. I may get up to his eyes, and I say, whoever wears the mat is the only one who can remove it. Man, that's for his nest. If you put that bonus on, I can take it off from you, for you. Only you can do that. Do you promise me you will remove it once we get back to the rest of our friends? That's already too late. You can about choose out the most of my 4 hooves. With an old never job, as a look deep into my eyes, and passion provided me. I try to you, Miss Keystone, that I will remove the amulet, while the test is over. After all, I am not allowed to read these things bored either. By the time we meet the rest of our friends, you will be safer, so no longer need its power either. As a team, my failure to identify its words. This might sound cliche to say or even think, but much as well like that, that's to a mare, ready to sweep her off her hooves. Someone that really does work. I should know, being a man myself. You know what's coming, right?
What's it say there in the text?
I will use these things from a desire to do good.
Right.
But then I felt again. The command is a good pony. I know that in my heart, but then may change quickly once he moves December at all. It is filling with not fighting, and must grab the soul of any pony who wears it. And if he uses it, then even the excuse that, only the amulet is making me do it. Sorry.
Right.
Who's to say that the influence will stop even after the pony takes of the amulet? And will only stop it from corrupting them any further. On the damage on its own, while wearing it may linger. But the pony in question would lead to a lot of psychological counseling to recover from the damage on this amulet could cause. I just can't tell the tone of the saddle becoming something that he is not. Are you giving a command an excuse why he became what he became?
Are you talking to me or
Yes.
Stone?
You.
Well, that part is supposed to allude to the possibility that might have been the case. And it's certainly something she's saying to herself.
Yeah, also that was actually just a question that was not meant to be answered. Because we know that the amulet is only amplifying what he is capable of. Miss Keystone, please.
And furthermore, you could also... Trixie doesn't seem that bad after she took it off.
Yeah? And come on, may let me do this. Let me save you, and you won't save me. I'll say this, so you don't have to. If not, you stay by my side and bring me back to my senses. If I stay too far. I have a question.
Yes?
Yeah, we are still waiting for Tunnel to actually open the temple outside. My friend leaped at him and then I was alone. There's no problem with the amulet. So the degree of strength is proportional to the corruption it causes. But it means that the influence is weak at first, so two in the augmentation grants. I think you missed the law here.
Probably, actually, yeah.
I shake my head. That means you won't be much better off than you are now at first. Kinetic called him me. I'm not sure if you would have enough power to get to all the enemy. And it sounds like there are reinforcements out there by now. The only good part of that is, and it means more of them are descending targeting yours. And it also means there is less to go after our friends right now.
Okay, that's adding a new caveat to the Alicorn amulet. This is suggesting that even if you wear it, it doesn't immediately augment you to the max. Instead, it gradually increases your strength.
I don't know if that's true or not. And she doesn't know that either. He is just
She doesn't know. It just what they're both assuming is based on stuff they read before, like legends and myths.
But what I had here, the amulet is only amplifying your own strength, and you are weak. So don't use it. So even with the amulet, your power is not gonna be enough. This is what I had. Also, there's one other possibility. Then there's room next to the elevator and they are opening the door and it's gonna be somewhere different place.
That'd be interesting.
If you come out and hang out the door, Gimli. After I mentioned that the other argumentation would be weak at first. I can see the real space in his mind, as he moves over the latest bit of information. Eventually he shakes his head. He calls me again and he said, "It's still better to have a chance, not at all. I'm gonna test myself and throw in the ability implant, but I'm finding a worm that thought, and he is wearing the ability instead. I promise you I will take it note of the rest of our friends. You are unlikely to go and get the same promise from him." Why do I actually think that they were literally about to put the amulet on him before I guess came inside? I mean, remember when I said that she grabbed the sword and stabbed herself? The princess? What if that was the whole point? Of not sacrificing Cameron but putting the amulet on him, sacrificing herself, probably even all of the other layers who were inside, doing the same, and empowering the amulet. Because multiple deaths are more powerful than one. Good point. And I would actually see that making sense for them because they revere the, I don't know, do they revere the omelette or do they revere the worm? Decay.
If they revere anything, it might be the Dark Star, actually, because Decay is a servant of that. It's what he would tell them to worship.
Yeah, and then I mean that they would sacrifice themselves with no hesitation.
Fanatical?
Yeah.
Well, that's not been ruled out.
Good point. I actually agree. And while your motive is to the theme, his is from the whole world. Basically, the world and some of his dark master back into his world. Dr. Cameron knows that me, firmly as he said. Then you know what we must do. I think that Dr. Cameron has been standing next to me for a bit, a while now. He is currently close enough to snatch the amount away from me, if he wanted to. But then, he's waiting for me to give it to him, just to prove that he is trustworthy. Yeah, because you want to work together and he can take it any time he wants. He has time to show that he is trustworthy. Doesn't mean he is. But in your eyes, he should be trustworthy.
Yeah.
I think I see in him, it's starting to give me a bit of confidence in the lack of confidence in him. He's still determined to do this, to protect me, but I also see some fear in his eyes. He knows that as soon as he puts this thing on, he will have to battle against himself. Generally, it would be the internal battle that would be harder to win compared to the external. My mind immediately came to that.
Yeah, okay, I can see why. And I'm quite familiar with that. That appeared as early as Link 2.
Yeah, I didn't say the game. It's funny how I didn't play any Wait, no. I played the Spirit text. But I didn't play any other titles. But I know a lot of because it's everywhere.
Oh yeah, they're out there.
He doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to lose control of himself any more than I do. But at the same time, we are just in the corner. I must consider an expert gamble. We either take this risk, or we're taking an ever risk that is able to fall back into the, well, I guess, hand in the correct term here for once. Yeah, maybe. Appendages. There you go. That you can use it for agriculture. Again, I'm not in the movement. And I realized I wish Dr. Smith was here. And he said that, well, he would be correct in using some hands for once. So you do know what hands are.
Yep, Lyra would be proud.
So these are hands.
And look at Pinky's reaction.
Now, we know which one is the real Pinky. Now you aware to see Sam, it's come outside. I patiently waiting for me, while he patiently wasn't waiting for me. During this time, I started to hear cracks in the door behind me, due to the elevator fault. I'm not sure if it's gonna be or not. Well, we know the doctor might have been getting them out by now.
If it was the doctor, he'd probably be able to vibrate the door open with his device.
I mean, it is yours, not wood.
Hmm.
This doesn't make me this. I might come out. I'm trusting you. I continue and I finally give him the uncombat. When he ended, I feel moderation by the look of fear in his eyes, as he nodded. We still don't know if the look of fear is because of the omelette or is it because of the plan he has in mind. That we don't know about. It's as if the reality of the situation doesn't fully sink in, until they finally land the tablet on his hoof. But I fully aware that it would cost him to what it would cost him to work. Saying that I can't have but admire his bravery. He is quite entirely willing to risk his soul just to protect me. I swooned at the thought. Then he started to engage back at the door. At this point, he opened the machine cast a study on the door. Oh, I have a funny feeling about this, which will probably not happen, but the door burst open and they come in. They run out. He grabs the ambulance, throws it back. You can't have it! Just leave me alone! Also, leave me. Lord. Sorry about that.
It's funny they gotta pause this long when you're like 2 paragraphs from the end.
Yeah, but I really have to go. I don't know how much you heard of that.
Okay.
You can't really do anything when the door starts crying out. At this point, he can really see cats flying on the door. Yeah, that's where we were. And as well, and I can as well. But I get my screen. Then I look back at him, and I see his whole thing deeper in the night. It looks like he realizes he's out of time. He has about this thing on now, or it won't have enough time to remind him enough to matter. Stay behind, but also near me, Miss Kingston. Doesn't come out and crash with a firm voice. He has a deep sigh, then finally gives the alcohol omelette to his chest. And I said, I don't think this is a good idea. No matter the power that he gets, it's not gonna have.
In that case, I should ask you, what do you think they should have done instead?
Run! Run, you fool!
That is a very typical strategy in Doctor Who. And maybe even Daring Do.
I mean, if Dr. Cameron is all about they can get the amulet no matter what, and I would defend it with my own life. Keep it as Keystone who can fly. Let her get away with it. They are not killing him immediately because they want to sacrifice him, so he can be staying back for to buy some time.
I should check with you then. Based on what's occurred at the end of this chapter, what do you think will occur in the next?
This.
Can I show another picture? There's the kaboom! There was the earth-shattering kaboom!
I mean, for all we know, once again, it could be the North Star and another opening the door, not the door. I don't believe they are, but
Geez, if that's true, then he could just take off the amulet right away, because they're not facing a threat. And it might be easier for him to do it if the amulet has not augmented him that much, nor did it corrupt him that much.
Once again, that slowly corrupting is I think it's an assumption. I think it is instant the moment you move it on. Otherwise, when things took it off, he wouldn't lose her power immediately. Because it was get away slowly as well. It goes two ways.
Yeah. It did seem to weaken her power very much. When she took it off, a beam that was supposed to torture Rainbow Dash was tickling her instead.
I mean, maybe she meant torturing by tickling her to death.
I almost wonder if there was like a lashback effect where Trixie's magic was briefly weaker than her normal standard just after she took off the amulet, as if she needed time to adjust.
I can believe that as well, but Trixie was never a good fighter, so we know.
No, not amazing one.
He didn't even learn teleportation for a long time.
Yep, I'm not sure if she ever really did master it, but she had cast it, and
Yeah.
transformation too. That really excited her.
It's funny how now it's even funnier how they are like, oh, you are a unicorn. How are you using magic tricks? She's not a good unicorn magic user to begin with. Most of her tricks are actually tricks.
I did a transformation spell. Real magic. Be impressed by me.
I can also believe that we can actually change scenes and not see what's happening after this, but actually what's happening at the same time with others.
That's possible but inconsistent. The story's been in first-person perspective all this time.
I mean, it can still happen later when they are talking about how they got out, what happened.
That's a possibility, and I was just thinking of that too. And after you said that, like you could have a time skip, I'm like, you know what? Back in the day when you first put on the amulet, what we did after that was
Yeah. Next scene, next episode, they are already at the TARDIS door. And they are outside and they are recalling what happened after they left.
in a way that kind of sounds like the Sky Dancer story. There was a lot of recap with that one.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. There was the father telling his daughter a story about what happened in his past.
No, they were not recap, they were telling me my stuff.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't forget that there is still a blue box that can be used in the last second.
Oh yeah, the pilot's here too. So what'd you think of this chapter?
I still don't trust Cameron that he is doing what is right.
Yeah, I can understand why. I mean, not setting aside the influence of the amulet, we also kind of know what kind of character we're dealing with here. And here's Agate, who's like at this age way more naive.
Literally, there is one sentence which makes me think that to be around here.
You can't find it?
Yeah, I think Dr. Pool a little bit more back. Alright, 10 minutes late. Those are tied up to go into the slab when he has no tools.
Nevertheless, it proceed to slice the ropes like a hot knife through butter. Yeah, you raise the sign. It's a trap right at that point.
They are using weak ropes. Or just normal ropes. I mean, this is heavy? No, you haven't what kind of rope is it? Is it normal rope or is it wide or?
Yeah, we don't know. All it's described here is it looks very tough.
It doesn't look tough. It has a opponent. It doesn't look tough.
The ropes that tie Carvalho on the slab don't look especially tough. You're right. But definitely tough enough to secure him to the slab.
I mean, just this is tough enough to secure someone. So
Could be, yeah.
usually you don't have to have a tough rope. You just use multiple lines on it, and then they can get out, and you can know how to tie someone up.
You certainly make it challenging, yeah.
Especially for falling in the tied down on the back. Because they are not used to for upward movement.
Anyway, you see though how the story has been getting more momentum here in the adventure.
Yeah. There's gonna be action! Movies! Oh my god. Oh my god, we will find out that this whole thing was not he was not in danger at all. This was just, they were just making a movie.
Yeah, that would be funny.
And
So
make her believe that she's actually in danger.
The next reading is in 2 days?
Yes.
Not 2 day, but 2 days?
Yes. But, you know, tomorrow there is gonna be an extra thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at the point. And now I'm gonna go and check out the dog again because of things. And then we're gonna watch Switch to Switch. That sounds super funny when you are saying Switch to Switch. And play some Insta with my friend who was here in the morning. So
Okay.
I believe he's awake. So thank you for being here and see you all next time. Maybe today in Hunter of Justice. Bye bye.
Bye bye.